Good morning, guys. This is Vimal here, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are having a great Sunday, and today is special for me because it's my birthday. Yes, and I'm all in complete party mood, guys. And as a birthday gift from you people, I want you to hit that subscribe button so that we can hit 7 lakh followers soon on the channel, guys. And also make sure to follow me on my Instagram and Twitter profile so you'll get to know about the birthday surprises I'll be having today. Links will be in the description box below. So, keeping that aside, guys, I've told you right, I'm in complete party mood and I wanted to do a very interesting video for you people today. See, a lot of people keep looking to buy like a perfect or ideal gaming monitor for their setup. And you guys know about the monitors that I use in my setup, right? They're Asus TUF Gaming Lineup VG27 series. So, Asus has actually launched a newer model of this variant, guys, like an upgraded model with some better specs and features. And it's called the VG27AQ. A1L or something like that. I'll tell you about the model later. So today in this video, guys, I'll unbox and give my review and experience about this gaming monitor. See, I've been using this previous edition monitor for a long time, right? So I'll be sharing all the feedback. I'll tell you what's new in this model. Like, there's a lot of changes, guys. Like, the whole design is changed and a lot of other stuff. So today in this video, we'll be talking about that. Let's get started. So a new TUF gaming monitor from Asus comes in this sort of box packaging. The model of the monitor we'll be reviewing today is the TUF series VG27AQL1A. It's a 27-inch 1440p gaming monitor, and going to the side we've got some of its features mentioned. Let me just show you. It's got a native resolution of 2560 by 1440, supports a max refresh rate of up to 170Hz, has an IPS panel with wide viewing angles, 1 millisecond response time, supports 130% sRGB color gamut, ELMB sync, NVIDIA G-Sync, and is also VESA certified Display HDR 400 as well. So those were some of its highlights. Sounds pretty awesome, right? Let's get started with the unboxing. There we go. On opening the box, we've got some paperwork at the top. Make sure to read that. You get some free cables as well, like a DP cable, HDMI cable, a USB cable, and a power adapter with a mains card. That's it. These are all the stuff we got in the package. Now let's finally check out the monitor. It comes packed like this, and along with that, you also get a stand for the monitor. It's got a new V-shaped design and looks solid. And finally, guys, here's our brand new monitor, the TUF VG27AQL1A. Oh my god, it's got some major design changes compared to my previous model. Let me give you all a closer look and talk about the design and the build quality. The new TUF gaming monitor is a 27-inch 1440p IPS LED backlit model that supports a very high refresh rates of up to 170Hz with 1 millisecond MPRT. If you ask about the design, it's got a new frameless design with literally no borders on the sides and the top, but it does have a bit of bezel on the bottom with the Asus branding at the center. And look at that stand. Looks very nice compared to the previous model. And here's how the monitor looks from the backside. Asus calls it the high-flying design, which is inspired from a stealth jet fighter. It's got wing-like design elements on the left and right sides, and I have to say, it looks pretty cool. The only thing I'd say it's missing is a bit of RGB. The entire body of the monitor is made of polycarbonate and feels solid. Excellent build quality, guys. You've got the Asus branding here, the model mentioned on the left, and a TUF gaming logo at the top of the stand. And as usual, you can easily adjust the position of the monitor as per your comfort. You can tilt it, swivel, adjust the height, and even pivot up to 90 degrees. Now let's check out all the buttons and connectivity ports. There's a 5-way navigational joystick, a menu button, back button, quick access shortcuts, and also a power button. And all the ports are on the bottom side of the monitor. It's got a DC in port, 2 HDMI ports, a display port, a 3.5mm audio jack, USB hub, and 2 USB 3.0 ports. And you see these two grills on the lower left and right corners. These are the built-in speakers. It's got stereo speakers, each of 2 watts. And there's also a nice cable management section on the stand to neatly organize all the connected cables. So that was our complete overview on the design and the build quality. Now let me power it on and show you how the display on it looks like. Alright guys, I'm back. I've just connected the monitor to my system, and as soon as you do that, you'll observe that the highest refresh rate available is only 144Hz out of the box. Now that is because the native refresh rate of the monitor is only 144Hz. The 170Hz which Asus mentions is the overclocked refresh rate, which you can easily toggle from its menu. After that, you'll be able to use 170Hz from the settings. So before we go in depth and talk about the gaming related features, let me first tell you about the display quality. It's a 27-inch 1440p monitor with an IPS LED backlit panel and supports 130% sRGB color gamut and 95% DCI-P3 color gamut. Good thing is this new model is now VESA certified display HDR 400, so it offers up to 400 nits of brightness compared to 350 nits on my old variant. And let me tell you, I'm very impressed with the panel quality. Since it's a 2K resolution display at 27 inches, there's great amount of detail and sharpness. You can easily read the text on it, say websites or games or anywhere, and just look at those colors. Damn good color reproduction. See, as mentioned just now, it supports 130% sRGB and 95% DCI-P3 color gamut, right? So it's capable of displaying more colors than the previous model. But one thing I have to mention is, the monitor was not color calibrated out of the box. The display was a bit on the warmer side and the colors were also not like 100% accurate. I had to tweak a bit and calibrate the monitor settings to get the best and most natural looking results. And yes, since it has an IPS panel with great color range, you can even use it for creative and productive applications like Photoshop, color grading, and stuff like that. You'll be very happy and satisfied. Talking about the contrast levels, the contrast and black levels were also decent, not the best though. It's got a contrast ratio of 1000:1, and since it's an IPS panel, the viewing angles were also excellent. The picture looked the same no matter from which angle you view it. So a lot of people have questions like, what about backlight bleeding and gray uniformity? So let me tell you about that. There is very minimum backlight bleeding on this model and offers excellent gray uniformity. And for your info, do not confuse backlight bleeding with IPS glow. Both are different. I face no issues in this section. So on the overall, I can surely say it offers a very good panel that is great for both watching media as well as content creation sort of applications. Alright, keeping these usual stuff aside, the thing that makes it special for gaming is it's got a very high refresh rate of up to 170Hz with 1 millisecond MPRT and is also G-Sync compatible. See, high refresh rates and low response times are quite essential to experience the smoothest possible gameplay experience. These features try to minimize the motion blur and keep the ghosting effects as low as possible. I've told that the monitor supports 1 millisecond response time, right? But that is MPRT, not G2G. The G2G response time is around 4.5 milliseconds. But if you want that 1 millisecond, then you'll have to enable a special feature on the monitor called as ELMB Sync. ELMB stands for Extreme Low Motion Blur, and this technology enables the use of both motion blur reduction and adaptive sync technology to run simultaneously for super smooth gaming experience. Just have a look at this gameplay so you'll get to know how gaming on this monitor feels like. Holy moly, are you guys seeing that? Buttery smooth gameplay experience without any sort of lag or motion blur. Unfortunately, my test rig was able to produce only up to 140 FPS at 1440p max graphics settings. But I'm telling you right, once you get used to playing FPS or esport titles at such high frame rates, there is no going back. You'll absolutely enjoy gaming on this monitor. Some people might say, hey, I don't need that high refresh rates, I'm pretty fine with 60 FPS gaming. For you people, I'm gonna show a small demo like what high refresh rate monitors can offer. See, higher the refresh rate, you experience less ghosting and motion blur. For example, have a look at this picture. At low frame rates, you'll observe that there's a lot of ghosting happening, and because of that, you're seeing almost like a double image of the same thing. This can greatly impact competitive esport gamers. Whereas look at the image above that. As and how the refresh rate increases, ghosting is also reduced. Combine that with the lowest response time will offer you accurate enemy tracking in real time. So as mentioned before guys, by default the response time on this monitor is around 4 milliseconds G2G. If you want 1 millisecond MPRT, then you'll need to enable ELMB Sync, which uses backlight strobing technology to achieve that and further reduces the motion blur. But I do have to mention that when you turn it on, the screen's brightness will be reduced a bit. So I'll leave this choice up to you whether you should use it or not. To be honest, I personally wouldn't want to sacrifice the screen brightness just to experience that marginally noticeable difference. The motion blur was quite minimum even without ELMB Sync enabled. Wait a second, I totally forgot to tell you about the built-in speakers. It's got stereo built-in speakers each of 2 watts and the audio quality is also decent. but the audio output was very minimum guys, so it's not that great for binging media. Well guys, that was my video on the new TUF gaming monitor from Asus. I would say this is the perfect and ideal gaming monitor that you would want to get. Great features for the price like 1440p resolution, very high 170Hz refresh rate with 1 millisecond MPRT, Nvidia G-Sync support is there, HDR 400 certified, and since it's got IPS panel, it's great for both gaming as well as productive type of usage. The only thing I would suggest the brand is they should try factory color calibrating the monitors so people wouldn't have to do that later. Apart from that, I've already mentioned everything in the video. It costs around 33,000 rupees in India. I'll just leave a link to that in the description box below. You can check it out there. So that's it for today. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more new awesome videos. And I'll see you all in my next one.